Sam Wyche's name isn't thrown around too often, but the no-huddle offense that he pioneered continues to have a profound effect on the league. So what's the story behind this offensive scheme that terrorized teams, and why is it so important? Firstly, to quickly clarify what it is, the hurry-up no-huddle offense involves a quick snap of the ball to keep the defense off balance. And that's different to the 2-minute drill, which is a strategy that focuses on plays that stop the clock. It is also fast-paced, but the goal there is different. It's to score points before time runs out at the end of the half or the end of the game. So what is Sam Wyche's place in all of this? When Bill Walsh was first hired by the 49ers, one of the people he brought was Sam Wyche, a former Bengals player. And Sam would make a major breakthrough when he got to San Francisco. During a training session, the 49ers receiver Ronaldo Nehemiah was out of breath from a previous play, and this guy held a record in the 110-meter hurdles. So this gave Sam the idea. If I can recover in 20 seconds, and it takes you 30 seconds to recover, the next play, you're going to be a little bit tired. The play after that, you're going to be a little bit more tired. Pretty soon, you're not playing your opponent at their best, you're playing a tired opponent. On top of wearing people down, it also locked defenses into a specific formation. Getting to the line quickly prevented teams from subbing and adjusting the defensive package. If a defense tried to sub, the QB would yell, "Attack," and they'd hurry to snap. However, he wouldn't be able to test his ideas until he was hired as a head coach at Indiana University. Going against simply better teams, Sam thought he could tire out the opponent's defenders to get an edge. Indiana would go 3-8 that year, but when he was hired by the Bengals the following year, he decided to try it out in the big leagues. Hurry-up offense was not a new idea, but in the NFL, it was mainly used in the final 2 minutes of the halves, and Wyche decided to use it more frequently. The best innovations are often those that come from an existing idea, but with the individual's twist on it, and they would have a top 5 offense for 6 straight years. Instead of letting players rest, sub, adjust, they just kept things moving by not huddling at the line and talking for 15-20 seconds. 1988 would be their best year. They'd been using the no-huddle for about 5 years now, so the Bengals were pretty comfortable, and it showed. They led the league in points, yards, rushing, first downs, and yards per pass attempt, thanks in large part to the no-huddle offense. They would make it to the Super Bowl, coming a drive short of beating the 49ers. It did help that on top of the scheme, they had great talent. In particular, Wyche and other players attributed much of their success to quarterback Boomer Esiason, who would win MVP that year. He was described as a field general and said to be one of the smartest guys I ever played with by Anthony Munoz. During this period in the NFL, the scheme was totally ahead of its time. The defense was at a disadvantage, and they didn't know how to adjust to the fast pace of play. Despite the effectiveness, Wyche's scheme was dismissed for a while. A coach even described it as popcorn football, but eventually he'd get some recognition, and teams would struggle to adjust, so they just complained, even going as far as faking injuries to stop play. When playing the Seahawks in the 1988 divisional round, players literally dropped to the ground 6 times to get subs in, but it was not an effective strategy because the Bengals still won. After this game, the league went as far as to tamper in the AFC title game. The refs told Wyche the Bengals would receive unsportsmanlike conduct penalties for running no huddle. Then Commissioner Pete Rozelle decided, as the Bills planned to fake injuries if the no-huddle was run, the penalty would be on the Bengals. Nice logic. Wyche would speak to the commissioner a couple hours before the game and was actually able to win the right to use his scheme, and they'd win. Despite being this visionary, he doesn't get too much credit. Many lauded the Bills' K-gun offense, but it was based on Sam's system. As I said before, great ideas often originate from an existing idea, and that goes for the Bills' K-gun offense. It tweaked an already effective system and made it better. It helped propel the Bills to 4 straight Super Bowls with the #1 ranked offense for 4 consecutive years. That being said, Sam was the pioneer. He brought this to the league, but didn't get credit for a long time. Since inception, with the right personnel, it has been dominant. So dominant, the NFL even tried to ban it. Alright, thanks for watching.